You know, a lot can be said for a good nature film. The kind where you just sit, watch the mountains, the clouds roll by, and someone in a nice, silky voice says, "This is some sort of place," and it just looks really cool, and you just really want to go there. An action movie is great from time to time, but sometimes I just want to sit and watch a nature film. Ah, and it's really cool when you got yourself a new house to watch it in, like this one here. Yay! I mean, the TV is smaller and all, but and the decor and is not, and then I mean, who builds a house? I mean, why did I build a house that, is not symmetrical? It's comes up in a point. It's not built by twos, and it only works if you use a number two. But this house is not really designed that way. Why did I do that? Ah, welcome back, everybody. It's been a long time. It's been a whole 2 months. I'm actually back on, hoping that this is recording. I just tried to record a video, but Fraps was not working for me. I was walking by here, the new spawn, and if you've watched any of the other guys' videos, you know that Spawn has been completely redone here. This is my first time seeing it, and it looks pretty cool. We'll go down there and take a look at all the ways it's laid out. But this house is actually built by Darth Timmanis. It's not really my house. It's Darth's house. Though I'm claiming it for now. Went ahead, moved my furniture in. Got a TV. Wasn't willing to give him my big screen TV. It's just too much work carrying it over from Rivertop. But, this is a nice small little HD TV screen here set up to my favorite nature channel. And, yeah, so I'm going to leave this here with the quartz and the little quartz torch holders and stuff. And I think it looks really nice. He even had a leak in the roof. He had a leaky roof, and I went and fixed that for him. So, this is my house. I'm claiming it. It's now mine. Mine. All mine. So looking through, yeah, this is the first time. I haven't even touched Minecraft for the last couple of months. Just because we've been so busy. On top of getting packed, getting moved, getting the old place cleaned up, which was a pain in the butt, and then getting out and coming across the ocean, getting through immigration in Houston, Texas, which is also a pain. Ended up trapped in Houston for 2 days. Was looking like 3 days. They were just not obliged to let us out of their state, which makes me not ever want to go back. Let's see. Houses, shops, community builds this quadrant. Be considerate when building. Don't take up all the room. Yeah, this is cool because we were going to go with a strict grid pattern before. That's how it was set up. Remember when I first got on, basically all of this was off limits, but that's been changed. People are building here now. Stuff. Okay. I thought I heard something walking up. I do hear something someplace. Oh, that's a slime. This is a slime farm inside there. That's probably what I heard. Now, we've taken down all the barriers and said, just build away, build shops in here. Right now, a lot of the shops are over by the Space Needle because this was off limits before. But we're hoping people will build more stuff here now. Over here, it says residential builds only, this quadrant. Houses, not shops. So that's why, yep, it helps to know whose face is whose. Oh, yeah. Over here, we got this house that Darth Timmanis built for me. He's so nice the way he builds houses for me. That's just really nice of him. Oh, I see a zombie over there. Okay, and so we can build, people who don't have houses near spawn, like I have Rivertop over there, but people can come over and build a house here. I might actually do that. For reasons I'll explain here in a moment. But let's see. Over here, what's this quadrant? Finally, the rain stopped. Okay, community builds only this quadrant. This means no shops. Oh, so things that the community can come use. Not things you have to pay for, but things that people can just come make use of. Like the enchantment facility over there. Okay, let's see what's over in this quadrant with the chicken and the whatnot. Let's see, a sign over here. Okay, houses, shops, community builds this quadrant. Houses, shops, and community builds. Be considerate, don't take up all the space. Oh, this one's houses, shops, and community builds. Okay, so you can build houses, shops, you can build anything in this half of the place. But that quadrant's only houses, that quadrant's only community builds. Ah, nice. Maybe we should have these be only shops, but probably not because so many people build shops over there. Anyway, let's move back over to the house. I kind of thought people would be getting on, maybe pranking me, apparently. No pranks. We're kind of been discouraging pranks. Oh, interesting. I believe, did Cal Bajuli do this? Evo's temporary sheep farm. Ah, I see, I see. And I've seen this design before. I think this is a Seth Bling design where you can come in and shear the sheep. They don't get out because of the wool carpeting on top of fence. That's very ingenious. It's okay. I prefer free range sheep myself, but you know, in a pinch that will work. I imagine. Let's move back over to the river top and get reacquainted with that. I'm still working on that mine, way out in the way outs, and getting a lot of good stuff there. I'll continue working on that, especially over the next few weeks, because I won't be able to get on and record that often. My family are still actually in the process of this move, of this transition. We're basically living in a room at a friend's house, so everybody's in here. My wife's in here right now. JL is actually off playing with some friends, so that's why you don't hear him in the background. But we are just kind of squeezed in here. Just the house is kind of quiet today, and I haven't gotten on. Been wanting to get on all week because I actually was capable of recording about a week and a half ago, I think, but just could not get on because of just things all around us. So here we are back at Rivertop, my little place here on the hilltop. Got a lot of work still to do. Oh, did I leave that on all this time? No wonder why. No wonder why I got lag issues here. Because if that's on, I mean, I don't know. It may not be because of that, but let's see. I only see one half of Angry's conversation. He's talking to Coolisimo, and for some reason, I'm not seeing Coolisimo's part of it. Maybe he's just whispering to K9. I don't know. But let's see. No. I got buttons now. What am I doing down here? So we'll close that off. Anyway, Texas. Well, what happened with Texas was we are trying. My wife doesn't have a visa yet, and I was all afraid that would hold us up when we got through immigration in Texas. You're not falling off anymore. Oh, did that get fixed in the latest snapshot? Oh man. Yeah, no, you liked that. That was like your thing. You were the sheep that jumped off the ledge all the time. Now you're just the sheep that flies, I guess. You're floating. That's something. That's cool. That's not bad. You know, keep working on that. Anyway, let's shut off the water here. Temporary redstone spike while everything moves around. Fortunately, all the farmland is still in decent shape. Just have to go get stuff and replant, so I'll do that while we talk to you. So anyway, yeah, we were trying to get things situated in as we came across, and I thought for sure the problem was going to be getting my wife's visa, get my wife into the country, because she's coming in without a visa right now. There's a visa waiver program for Japanese citizens to utilize. And so we did that, even though since she's hoping to stay permanently, it's kind of a bending of the uses of that. But I got it on good authority. A lot of people do it, so that's what we did, and it worked. It was fine. They were going to let us through. Unfortunately, our son didn't have he only had his Japanese passport. He currently has dual citizenship, and so I thought he could come in on his Japanese passport, and then later we could say, well, he has his American passport. We did the paperwork for it, but we just hadn't received it yet at the time we got on the plane to come here. They said that's not good enough. He could not come into U.S. on a Japanese passport because he has U.S. citizenship. He had to have his U.S. passport. So They put us in a room for a while, and we sat there for over an hour. We had a 4 hour layover time at Houston, just in case we had problems with immigration. They put us in this room for about an hour and a half. JL was getting upset because he needed a diaper change. Fortunately, we had a bottle on us so he could eat, but he was getting uncomfortable with a dirty diaper and there was no place to change it. Finally, they call us to come up to the window and they say basically, we were in the wrong room. And we went to a room that one of the people there told us to go to. They said, go to this room, and they let us right in there and sit us down. But the lady at the counter said, we're not supposed to be there. This very unhappy looking guy next to her was looking at me like, why did you come in here? And I'm like, listen, if you guys would let me, I would rather be on an airplane out of here. Don't want to be in this room at all talking to you. But they forced us to go in there. So he led us to another room, took my wife and son, said, you guys go in, and wouldn't let me in. I said, why not? He said, because you're a U.S. citizen, you're not allowed to go in. I'm like, what sense does that make? That as a U.S. citizen, I'm barred from going into a U.S. Immigration office or whatever. Especially since, I'm there with my wife and son. My wife, her English is okay, but it's hard to get things straight when you got very gruff-looking people looking at you like you're trying to break the law. And we weren't. We did everything we were supposed to, just that we were told to. We were even told by the immigration people, oh, don't worry about the passport thing. Go there. They'll wave you in. They'll be able to see that he's a U.S. citizen. Well, that wasn't the case. Instead, they said, we can't read these documents because they're all in Japanese. So, there. I just did that wrong. There. So, anyway, long story short, we ended up staying overnight in Texas, tried to get out the next day because they ended up passing us, letting us said we could go through, but they didn't let us out of that little holding area until 7 minutes before our plane was to take off. And we were about 15 minutes from the gate. So we didn't get there in time. Fortunately, United Airlines, our carrier, they're not sponsoring my channel, though if you guys are watching and decide to, please do. But they did put us up in a hotel room for the night, gave us taxi fare and paid for everything. We were able to get a flight out the next day, though that was kind of iffy. Initially, they put us on standby, and just everything going out was completely booked. Eventually, I went up to the service counter and said, listen, I don't care if you put us on the flight tomorrow. I just want to get a flight that I can say, this is the time we're leaving because I'm tired of waiting for standby. And a lady pressed some buttons, didn't say anything to us for a while, then looked up and said, okay, you're on the next flight out. And I was like, wow, why didn't that happen before? But anyway, United Airlines, I think in this case, they actually did pretty well considering they paid for things that were not even their fault at all. It was the fault of myself and U.S. Customs for not getting our communications straight on what was needed in order for us to actually come into the country. At the end of the day, they detained a U.S. citizen from entering the country and treated me like I was a criminal, like I had kidnapped my own son, or that I was trying to sneak him illegally into the country or something. But everything's panned out. We're now here. We're actually in Kansas now, and things are going pretty well for us at this point. Got an apartment, so in a couple of weeks I will be moving in. I was hoping to get a place with an office, like an additional bedroom that I could use as an office, but just property values have gone way up, rents are way up, so that was just not in the cards this time. Anyway, this is the UnNamed Server. Not a whole lot's changed. Oh, while I'm trying to find something else to do while I talk to you guys, because there's so much to talk about. And normally, like I said, I had the Minecraftia that I was using for talking about personal stuff like this. But things are changing on the server. For one, I mentioned before, Creeperland is out. Right now, as the time I'm speaking, Vanilla Craft may be out as well. The owner says he might be shutting it down because of lack of participation. I'm going to do a separate video to talk about that more. Uh, but hopefully we can resolve that. Mainly, if any of the guys, Vanilla Craft guys, are listening to this right now, go log on the server and get busy. Do stuff. Because basically the server, Vanilla Craft, and you guys have seen my last few episodes where only me and Zach, not Zach, me and Mystical have been on. And so Mystical saying, it'd be nice if we could get some action. Otherwise, the server is basically dead. Now, I know it hasn't just been us. Zachamore has been on, and I will show you what he's been doing my next Vanilla Craft episode. And I will make at least one more. But unless things change, it looks like Vanilla Craft might be out. What else before we get out of before I shut down? Oh, Random Acts of Crafting is now out. They've reset their world. They've redone a few things. I did not get on much before, so I basically just bowed out of the Skype chat. They didn't whitelist me for the server after the reset, so that's fine. I'm way too busy to juggle all these different servers anyway. Vanilla Craft, I kind of want to continue, but at the same time, if Vanilla Craft does go under, I will be replacing that series by getting involved in the UNS modded series. There is a UNS modded server. I did try to get on, but ended up shelving that because of lack of time. So hopefully we'll be able to get that going again. If I can't get back into Vanilla Craft, we'll have to see if we can make that work. Anything else? Anniversary. It's been just over a year. The end of June was when I posted my first episode. It was June last year is when I posted my first episode. So over the next few weeks, even though I won't be able to record much, I am going to hopefully get on, do some video editing, edit up kind of a tribute, an anniversary tribute to the last year of being gone. Did a lot of series in that time because servers that I joined keep going belly up, so I'm starting to take that kind of personally. Anyway, a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna have to get on later and talk more about it. This is kind of a short episode, I think, but I think I'm gonna have to log off for now because I got tons of other stuff to do today. Anyway, this is Jaden Max, and I'm back on the UnNamed server. And I hope that you give me a like, a subscribe. My subscriber count has not gone down, fortunately. I was afraid it would, but it has not gone up in my absence. Since I'm back, I'm hoping that I can grab more of you guys to join in. So subscribe so you can get more so you can know exactly when I post these videos. I'm also working on a Facebook page. Got it set up. Don't have any content on that yet. So anyway, this is Jaden Max. Thank you for watching, and I'll play you again later.